What's up? We're here with Davide.
What's up?
I'm Quentin. That's Jack. Very excited to be here talking to Davide. He's an incredible artist, incredible person, very interesting guy. So yeah, here we are. So I wanted to ask Davide, I know we've spoken about it a little bit before, but can you tell us about your experience in China?
Mm, yeah, sure. Um, what's up to everybody? Um, my I've been to China for 6 months, 5 months, just because I study Chinese, and thanks to that, I got to know a little more the Chinese Cardistry community, and uh, yeah, it's so I don't know, it's hard to. What do you want to know in the specifics?
Well,
Because
well, I remember you were saying it sort of like re you kind of rediscovered cardistry a little bit there, maybe, or
oh
rediscovered
yeah,
some passion.
yeah, I got very inspired by. I don't think it's because of China, but because of the guy I met, Hong Xin. This guy, I think I made a video with him just to make more other people know about him because I think he's so cool. And I don't know, I just haven't seen such a huge amount of good cardistry all at once. So,
Mm,
and I don't know, this guy is just very good. And I don't know, maybe we spoke about the fact that this guy never really posts stuff, like not as much as we do at least. And yeah, I don't know, it's just incredible stuff. As I said, I think I said that on Instagram. He um, he knows a lot of I think we all grew up with the uh, Cardistry High anyone era, right?
yeah.
I don't know about Jack. When did you first like pick up a deck of cards? And
I was like a little before that, like
okay,
2013, 2014-ish.
oh okay, okay, I get it. Then anyway, and I don't know, I just saw that guy, and he can make all of that stuff incredibly um what's the word? I don't know. Like what's the word? It's
Like
just so good. I
he
don't
can
know.
perform it really well. All that stuff, like
Yeah,
cardistry high and
consistent. That's consistent, very consistently.
hmm
Um, Other than that, I'm grateful to cardistry because, um, to my experience, making friends with Chinese people is so hard, even though you know the language. I mean, my proficiency is not like the best, but still, it's so hard to make friends with Chinese people. And I think, like Hong Xin, David Xu, and a couple others more, are the only Chinese people I spoke to during my stay in China. Of course, a couple other people, but these artists were like friends while I was there. So
hmm
that was very nice. And I don't know. I just saw. I don't know. Maybe because China is so, because of the firewall and all that stuff. It looks like they see us from way farther away than what could be to other continents. I don't know. I really have no idea. I don't know exactly, but I could see a lot of excitement in Chinese artists.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
I
There's a lot of
really love
excitement.
the Chinese community. Like I don't know what it is. I really love the Chinese artists. Um I spent a little bit of time on Bilibili. Like did you get to like see all of that when you were there?
What do you mean, like Bilibili, like artistry on
Yeah,
Bilibili?
were you like super into like all the Bilibili artists or did you just kind of like
Um,
not do that?
I mean, I sometimes I use it like Instagram, so just scroll whatever. But I don't think I follow any specific cardist. It's
Yeah, yeah,
just on Bilibili, I just search cardistry and whatever pops, I just see it. But I think I might be wrong, but if you search cardistry on Bilibili, um, there's a lot of packet cuts. It's just more like,
yeah.
if you look through YouTube, like all the viral videos are like, I don't know if that's the correct term, but like vanilla cardistry, or like, there's the spring, that kind of stuff.
I see, I
But
see.
I don't know, maybe it's my algorithm. I When look for cardistry, um, it kind of looks like my IG page, but the difference is I don't follow anyone. And I don't know, I've seen a lot of packet cuts. I think Chinese
Yeah.
people really, really like packet cuts.
They really like,
Yeah,
or it seems like they do a lot of like the complex packet cuts right now. And there's this
yeah,
competition. I don't know if you're tapped into the competition that's going on in China right now. Like the
like
one
the
that Simon
cardistry
Fisher,
con.
yeah,
I don't
the
know,
China cardistry competition. They're calling it CCC, but it's not the con.
but it's not related. Is it
No,
related to
no,
the
no, it's not.
Chinese con? No,
No, I don't think it has anything
no.
to do with cardistry con. I think it's just a competition that's
Okay.
only for Chinese cardists. But
Mm,
yeah, it's interesting because they posted like the top like 16 that got in because they did like the 15-second like audition video. And like
mm.
half of the people I think like don't have Instagram, which is interesting. Um, because like there's all these like good artists that we just don't know about at all. It's pretty
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah. It's just like me personally, I don't really. I find it very hard to go through all these competitions nowadays. Um yeah, also like I'm not really into that kind of style, so for me it's very hard to like it feels very niche to me. And cardistry is already niche, so it's like the niche of the niche of the niche. So, uh, but yeah, that looks like the trend nowadays, in at least in China. But uh, yeah,
Well, it sounds like
uh,
something that the Chinese community has that's sort of special right now is a lot of cardists. They have a lot of cardists who are really good, but we just don't know about. Like you were saying, Davide, like I feel like that's always, for me anyway, it's always super exciting anytime you can see someone new who like is sort of off the grid and they kind of keep their,
yeah,
whether it's intentional or not, they choose to keep their stuff off of the internet, and it's just like
mm,
it's happened to me a couple times where I met someone in person I'd never heard of. Just like it just blew my mind. It's all and they usually their style is usually pretty unique too, which is always fun to see.
yeah, yeah. It's like I wish that's why I don't really go through social media much nowadays. I still do, but I'm trying my best to like disconnect.
Yeah.
Um, and one of the things that keeps me like, because the thing I do is just delete Instagram and then I upload it a couple days after and then delete again, like him, like inside of the loop. And what keeps me, one of the main reasons why I need Instagram is to see cardistry. And I really wish there would be other ways to, but I can think of none, to like consume cardistry that is not related to social media. And the reason why I'm saying that is because um, yeah, if I've never been to China, I would have never met this guy and discover how amazing it is. And so, yeah, I mean, I met him. That's true. We first met on Instagram, but I don't know. I just wish there were other medias where we like do the cardistry stuff, but not.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Which is not just the cardistry con. I just sometimes I try to think, but I can't really think of anything like of a way to I don't know to just live the hobby in other ways. It can also be still be like videos. Um, I don't know. Do you guys ever think of that? I'm pretty sure everybody is thinking of that, but um,
Yeah, it's interesting. We could like one option we could have is like we all migrate to like a different app. Like we just maybe someone makes their own app, or maybe we just find some random app that no one uses and then we all just start using it. Like, but my problem with that is that like we kind of already isolate ourselves from
mm,
from people. It's all, as you said, it's like very niche.
mm,
And doing something like that would only isolate us more when I think a lot of people want to do the opposite. They want to share with a lot of people and get people interested in it. But maybe there's like some sort of balance we can achieve there.
yeah, yeah. I'm not talking about another app. I'm just talking about. I mean, it is happening with the. I don't know. From my perspective, like from my perception, I'm seeing more and more local jams around the globe, like being very consistent. Like Leo is making a lot of jams, right? With
Yeah.
missing, and my friend Luca is making this very cool brand, Cardistry brand thing, uh, which is based on like jamming. Like it it encourages people to jam more and just to meet in real life. It's called 52 più 2. It's like Italian version of a 52 plus 2. And it's very cool to see that. I mm, I think you can add much more. Like it would be cool. You can if you can create collectives of people, like local collectives, and then these collectives can attract even the non-cardist people. I think at that point would become very interesting because then you can start a conversation with the in real life, not online, with the cardists and non-cardists. Something that is a little there's a little institution like a label, and
Mm.
then and it would be cool because it would be something um, like not once a year or twice a year, but I don't know if you. I'm just I don't know
I know what
stream
you
of
mean.
consciousness, but
To be honest, that's actually in New York. That's kind of what the Art of Play store has been
mm,
unintentionally becoming for me anyway. Like every now and then, uh, if we're having a jam in New York, we might stop over there, and it's like a great place to show people cardistry because I mean they sell decks there, and usually Dan is there, and he's like, it's a very
mm,
it's a very organic place to introduce cardistry to people who want to see it, and also people who might be open to the idea that it's not just magic too, which is nice. Um, and so it's really fun. But I've been thinking a lot about how to like connect with people over cards in person, which is something I'd
yeah,
never considered before, especially now that cardistry online is not connecting with as many non-cardists as it was before. It's like I used to be very kind of closed off when it comes to cardistry in person. Like if someone sees me doing it, I'd be like, I'd show them some combos and be like, you don't get it, whatever, and kind of walk away. But lately, I've been like very focused on not even explaining it to them because I don't think that's the right approach, but just kind of trying to actually connect with them through cards as best as I can because I think it can be a great tool for because it's really cool. It's really really cool, and it's easy to forget that it is very appealing to non-cardists. You just have to, I think, present it in a cool way and
yeah. I think
not like gatekeep it basically.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And that's what I think social media do. It's like you create your own uh space. Like
Yeah.
you enter that loop of like, okay, gotta make a video, gotta talk with my friends online, and that's how you create your space, which led to amazing things,
Yeah, for sure.
amazing videos, and all all we like everything that happened in Cardistry is thanks to that. But yeah, it would be nice to see more on the spot stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Do you have a like a certain thing that you say to people when you're introducing cardistry in person? If someone comes up and sees you
For
shuffling, like what do you say or what do you do?
for me, it's just like it's very weird to like still like it has happened a lot of times, but still feel like a little awkward when people ask because it's kind of like disappointment. Um, or like I feel disappointed already because I know they're not gonna get it 100%. But that's the problem. It's like because then when I explain it, people get it. So it's just like it's a stereotype of we have of ourselves. It's like
Yeah.
maybe it's easier than it actually seems. So I don't know. I just say sometimes I say it's like skateboarding. It also depends on the person that I meet. If I sense that that person might know that like skateboarding like Supreme that kind of world, I just say that, or else I just say it's just I just show the video. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know how to explain it by words.
Yeah.
Mm, I'm afraid that they might not get it, so just show the video, and they get it when they see the video. They get it immediately,
Mm.
or just show something. Yeah, very simple. It should be like it shouldn't be like yeah, it should be very easy. Like yeah, do that. That's it.
Have,
People
have you
should
ever
get it.
tried showing them magic?
No. It, also because I don't like remember any magic trick.
Mm.
I remember just the biddle trick, but I almost never do it. No.
Yeah.
You do magic to
I
introduce?
started incorporating it recently and it's actually
It's good.
um it's really nice if you just because I think I know what you mean when you say because you kind of know that they're going to be disappointed. You know when someone comes up and asks what you're doing, you kind of know how it's going to go. You know they're going to be like, "Oh, cool, dude. I don't get that," and then walk away. But I think
Yeah.
I've realized recently that at least a lot of people that I interact with, when they see cardistry and I'm explaining it to them, even as I'm explaining whatever I want to say about it, they still think usually that there is a trick coming or involved or like they don't see any possible way that I can just be shuffling cards for its own sake. And so
Yeah.
they if I show them a trick, that kind of settles their desire to see a trick. And then after that trick,
Um,
cardistry becomes way more interesting to them because there have been so many times where I've like before I started doing magic for people and I just show them cardistry, they kind of think I'm a jerk because they're like, oh, that magician who didn't do any tricks, that guy was such a jerk. He was like explaining like shuffling. That guy was so weird. But if I just show them a trick and then get into cardistry, they're usually way more
you get
receptive.
their attention. Yeah.
Yeah. And it also just puts it into a context of like, you know, it's related to magic in a way. It comes from magic, but it's this separate thing. And so it's a nice way of
Mm.
connecting. Because also you're kind of if you do a trick for someone, you're kind of putting your connection with that person over your like protection of the art of cardistry of trying to separate it from magic. You're kind of putting that interaction first, and people like to be people can feel that you care about them. You're not just this like guy who's super elitist, too cool for school kind of thing. So it's worth
Yeah, I think
considering.
it's just about I don't know. Every person is different. Every conversation is different. Like you can adjust a conversation based, as I said, like mm, I don't know if it's a 60 years old or a 20 years old
Mm,
person. It's like maybe it's the same. It depends a lot of factors. It's just um, like maybe not get angry if they don't get it.
yeah,
Still be friends with these people, and eventually they'll get it. I don't know.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's
tricky,
hard. Yeah, it's tricky topic.
very much so.
Yeah.
You know who's really good at all that is Parker. Parker Mitchell.
He
Mm.
He's
is.
like he's like a very he's just good at like talking to people. He's just like a very friendly person. But he's good at explaining like what he's doing and very concisely.
Yeah,
People get it. Like,
Yeah, they're just like, "Oh, that's cool." And
yeah,
then,
yeah, yeah,
go
that's
yeah.
about their
nice.
day.
I think one of the reasons he's so successful at that is because he sees cardistry as like this fun hobby, which I think is much easier to explain to people. It's much easier to explain cardistry as like a fun hobby that you do on the side than it is to explain to people that this is like what you're obsessed with and you spend 5 hours a day working on it. Like that makes like no sense to people, I think. They just that's just like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I think it's not related to the art form. Then it's like it's your problem that you're a crazy person. It's like,
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
that's exactly true. Like, if you not put a lot of pressure on it and just say, yeah, it's just a hobby, then yeah, it's just enough. It's enough.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good idea to don't advertise that you
Yeah, just
spend
be
hours.
casual.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Be chilled
yeah. I
about it.
almost never do it. Almost never do it, but it's cool hobby.
Yeah. Yeah. And then bust out Jackson 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never do this really, so
Yeah. Um,
But
next
speaking
question.
of
Gordon.
shuffling for 5 hours a day, can you tell us, Davide, about, because obviously people probably have seen the Triumph and they've probably seen ballet. Um, can you tell us a bit of the process, especially behind the Triumph, because that was your first video and it was
Mm.
a pretty good one, if I say so myself.
video of the
Um,
year 2021, I believe.
yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Um, very, very sick video. And there's
Thanks.
a cool story behind it. So I want to hear sort of the process of making those moves.
The moves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course. Yeah, I'm very happy to finally like share online the story. I don't know if it's interesting. It's just um, for me, it's very special because I don't know. It makes me very happy to think about this process. So it's just like I knew, like I think it was 2019 when I saw um, Matt Samuel video, right? The one like out of bounds, right?
Yeah.
That video, and I just started cardistry, like getting very serious about cardistry. I started getting very serious about it after XCM dropped, and I was like, okay, I have to completely drop Magic, and like this is like the obsession begins there exactly, and then um, so yeah, I saw that video, and I was like, my hometown is in Sicily, like in Palermo, in Italy, and it's very like not like there's really no artists there, or at least not as obsessed. No, I remember just one artist, but we met once and that's it. And so I like by looking all of the jam videos online. I was a huge fan of what anyone was doing at the time, and with the team, like you all know, I think. And I just had the urge to meet those people in real life, and I didn't have the money to go to the con or to travel, yeah, to the cons. So it was just like, okay, the only option I have is just to make a video. So we have to meet to make the video. So then no excuse. Like, um, so that was the main source of motivation, just to meet uh, these amazing people in real life. And yeah, my desire was to to bring it to my real life. So I locked in my room that summer and made like six moves, maybe. I don't remember.
Summer of
And
2019.
yeah, yes. And then on my tripod just fell. Anyway, and then I DM'd Noel, who was still in the anyone team, and he liked the moves, even though they were very like, I don't know, they were very like sloppy, and I don't know, he liked them and told me to like send more and we can discuss the video. And then got more in touch with Nick, and then COVID, like, and I just started practicing the moves for 2 years straight. Maybe even like it was a little unnecessary to practice that much, but I don't know. At the time, I didn't really have anything else to do.
Yeah,
Also, COVID. I remember there was also COVID, so there was a very long year of practice as well, like as well in that like during quarantine, and then after COVID like started fading away, we met and shot the video, and I was so happy, like so happy to meet Nick, Tobias. I didn't meet No, like I was like,
right. He
fuck.
had left.
But thank God I met him 1 month after, I think. Yeah, because yeah, and then everything started. I went to Copenhagen for the debut of the video,
Right.
and I met more people, met No, met Oliver, of course, and then I got the chance to go to San Diego. I'm very grateful for that. Um, Paris, and then where else? Then I went to London. Yeah, that was the main like the triumph is basically just me trying uh, to experience cardistry in real life. That's all it is.
Mm. So moral of the story is if you want to meet your favorite artists, create some crazy moves.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know if that works. I don't know if that works nowadays. I mean, maybe I think I was also lucky. I don't know. I feel lucky. I feel blessed.
Yeah.
Um, so it's just, yeah. You also need a little bit of luck, but the like, yeah, there was. I would I would have to say there was also like I remember myself being very like serious about it, very serious about it at that time, and then also after ballet, I yeah I started taking it more chill, I think.
Right. But how was the process of making the actual cuts for the trial? Do you have any like
The moves, the
memorable
moves.
memorable moments in the creative process?
Um, Let me think. I don't know. It's just because then you never. At least for me, it's very hard to remember that moment. It's just I remember for the triumph. Um, I'm trying to think if there's something that links all the moves that I made for that video. If
Mm,
there's like a fil rouge that ties all these moves together. And for some, I would have to say that the fil rouge is that I just spent a lot of time with cards. It's just like from morning to the night. Like the point is not like the more time you spend with the object, then the more you get it, the more you have the eye to recognize what's good or what's not, or what you like or what you don't like. Um, but then it was because it was pretty much like some of them were accidents, of course, like it happens a lot of time. So like, and for accidents to happen, you just have to be there. It's like the people that take pictures in the nature and they just wait for hours and then take the shot. It's kind of like just like this.
hmm
And I remember for the triumph, it's just like I don't know, it was just fucking around and with this, I don't know, I was just doing weird stuff. I like random stuff, and as an accident, maybe I'm trying to remember. Like I pinched this card, and I saw something in that, and then I just thought about a way, and then the way like, and then I thought about doing it running, and like this regrip is the part where I might have put like actual focus on it. But
hmm
yeah, I would say my approach was pretty much was like think with your head first, and then try to replicate in real life. But right now, it's not. I'm trying to change this approach because I really hate to I really hate creating hard moves nowadays. Uh,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
but it's so hard to make easy moves.
Yeah. Easy
Very
moves
true.
are like extremely impressive, honestly.
Yeah.
To see them
Very.
creating easy moves is not easy to do.
So all the
Yeah.
material in the Triumph to me is like very, very like polished and like
Mm.
refined. And I'm curious if you did you spend like a lot of time kind of gradually changing each move? Like did the move like transform over months, or were you kind of like intensely focused on like one move? Let's finish it like very, like intuitively.
Um, I think I was creating the moves all together, or like I was not like first this and then it was not this kind of sequence. It was more like brainstorming the stuff, like the moves. But maybe the reason why um, I'm trying to think why. What do you mean by polished? Is like is that they're clear? That's what you
But
mean?
yeah, they're clear. It's like it's just very like to the point. There's no nonsense in the moves. They're
Mm.
they're direct, clear, and I hate to use the word perfect, but they're like they're all like as like
Thanks.
correct as they like can be, if that makes sense. Like you
I feel
pushed the
like
ideas as far as you could.
I don't know if that's what you mean, but like that's something I want to share. Is like I remember at the time while I was creating the moves, or like my ethics towards creation was like that the move has to be so good that it's kind of like if you're learning it from like an instruction paper, if you know what I mean. Like it's kind of like a recipe
Mm,
you can find in a book. So it's like already like it's like a thing. Like if someone already like it comes from nature, it's like you just learn it. I think that's what I was thinking at the time, and but no, like most of the times it was just like, for example, the Triumph. I think I created it in one day, and it was just about practice it. And I think maybe there's one packet cut, like the three packet cut that went through a little changes, some changes, but they didn't really affect the concept. So no, once I got the idea, it's just like, okay, I have to practice now. Mm, if that was, I'm not sure if I got the question, but I think that's what you're asking, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Don't you kind of
Mm.
feel like if you're making something really good, there kind of isn't anything you can change about it? Like I feel like if you have a move where, you could change the opener or you could tweak the packet size or the packet number or adding a single card or whatever, like don't you kind of feel like that maybe means it's not the best idea if things can be
Actually,
swapped out?
no, actually, no. Actually, I think I should have done that more
Really?
with my moves. Yeah, because I think that at least what I think of myself is that I really am not like I think I'm not a good cardist, in the way of like knowledge, like in a knowledge level. Like I feel like I know, like mm, for the recognition I got, I don't really like. I don't feel like I graduated from the cardistry school. If you know what I mean, it's like I don't know a lot of classic stuff. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know a lot. So I feel like changing your own moves should be a good way to make your moves easier. Like at least that's what I try to do with no success with my old moves. Like try to find easier ways to get the concept across, but didn't work. Just because I think I didn't have um, fundamentals. I feel like still I don't have fundamentals to make moves that can be handled. Like I think a lot about Tobias when when I speak about this, because I feel like he has such a huge knowledge of um, uh, like he knows the whole trilogy, and I think that's already enough to like you can already see why is and then he developed on that um, fundamentals. So it was more like his moves once he gets them, they're easy, like relatively easy to do. Like you don't have to feel pain while you do them. While I don't know. I mean, I think No has a. I don't know. Maybe it's nonsense what I'm saying. Like because I'm thinking No has also a very good knowledge of like classic moves, but his moves are hard as well. So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, to answer your question, I think that being able like or being humble enough to change your own moves is good. If it worth it, then yeah. But I know what you mean. Like when you say that, like if you can't find anything else to add or to trim off after years and years, maybe the move is perfect in a way that like, it can't get as better as that.
Right, right.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I don't know. I think there's definitely I would respect someone a lot if they took a great move and were able to take something away from it and make it better or tweak it in some way and actually improve it. But I think if you're I kind of feel like especially during the creation of a move, if you if it feels like certain parts of the move can be exchanged with something else, I
Oh
think
yeah, I know
for
what you
me
mean.
that tends to be kind of a red flag. Like maybe this isn't the best idea because it's I just think like a lot of the moves that I end up actually following through and creating, there's a certain amount of like, yes, that's it. It needs to be this
Mm.
way. And then all
Yeah,
the other
yeah,
stuff is just kind of supporting that.
of course. Yeah, that's why like I don't really like watching packet cuts because I feel like now like what I see on Instagram is because packet cuts I think are so hard to make, especially like the longer that gets, the harder because I don't know. It's there's so much stuff to think about while you make one, and what you're saying is that if you can replace something with something else, then you're just maybe the move is not does not deserve to exist because it's not unique, does not deserve to have a name. It can also it can just be like just some I don't know something that you do while you're bored and doesn't
Yeah.
have really have meaning. Yeah, I really like I support what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean, and I think this is very important to like when it comes to create certain moves. Not moves in general. Like I really appreciate this approach.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, mm, yeah, that's what I
Jack, as a fellow packet cutter, what do you think?
think.
Look, those days are behind me, man. That was the old me. That was the old me. I already killed my demons.
So you're no longer you don't consider yourself a packet cutter?
I mean, you tell me. You tell me. You've
Yeah.
seen some of the stuff that I've been like the openers I have. It's like I wouldn't call it
I
pack
I
cuts.
I really which openers?
Oh, I'll show
I don't
you. I'll
remember.
show you after. I'll show
Show
you
me.
after.
Okay.
Oh, there's that one too. Like I guess that is that a packet cut? I guess it kind of
I don't
is.
even know. Well, I think I feel like the stuff you've been making recently just is sort of on the edge.
Yeah.
Like there are
But
parts of it that's like that's a packet cut, and there are other parts that are like definitely not.
But okay, I'll speak from the old me. I'll talk
mm,
2021 Jatra here. Um, I will say that I think for me, I
mm,
always was tweaking my moves personally, and all the people who I was jamming with and talking to were also just continually changing and changing and changing and tweaking to try and make it as strong as possible. I think for
mm,
me, for the packet cut experience, you kind of always have to be down to change something significantly. Like it doesn't matter if you've been doing it for months, like you have to be open to follow what you
hmm
see and what you feel. And for specifically packet cutting, that is actually very important. I think that you do that and that you always
mm,
just have like an open mind, right? And that you don't close yourself off to possibilities. But I also agree with you that like you got to kind of know the identity of the cut and you have to stay like true to that.
Yeah.
yeah. It- it's not like I don't like packet cuts. I love packet like I do. Like I think nowadays I just do packet cuts. And also I've been trying to maybe the reason why I don't like them is because I'm not I'm not good at them.
Mm.
Like I've been trying to make some, but it's so hard. I can't get more than three packets to work.
That's all you
Like
need.
after three packets, it's just too much to handle for me. Like I don't know why it's so hard. Um, but yeah. So what were you saying? What was the last sentence you
Jack or
just
me?
said? No, Jack. I
Man, I
don't
do not
remember.
remember.
Damn.
Oh wait, no, I was saying like you got to know the identity of like what you're making and
Oh yeah.
don't like tweak too much to where you just completely lose the identity. And like if you're making
Hmm.
something that doesn't have its own unique like, flair about it, then it's like not worth exploring in the first place.
Hmm. Yeah.
Mm,
Um, yeah, I think maybe it's also like not necessary to have an identity like immediately when you just start because I feel like one of the issues, I don't know if it's an issue, but no, it's not an issue, but I think it's pretty normal to like struggle to have an identity. I'm talking for like beginners, like people that just getting started, and so it's like they will try to sell you, and I say that because I think I did that in the past as well, like to sell you anything as, I don't know, their identity, like, and it's not, or it's like very bad, and so you need time, like, and I think that that moment is just um, essential, like of like not being understood or not, or like struggling to like, I don't know, to come up with your identity. Um,
yeah, agreed. You definitely need to figure out when you're starting creating what you like, what you want to see that isn't that you're not seeing in cardistry, and figure out, yeah, your taste. But I think what's interesting about packet cuts, I feel like it's easy to sort of create packet cuts that don't have much of an identity, just because packet
hmm,
cutting is such a strongly defined genre in cardistry that I think you can sort of, it feels easier for me, or easier, it feels to me easier to get away with a packet cut that doesn't have much of an identity and has a lot of replaceable components than it is to create something that's not a packet cut with those same qualities. Just because if you're like something like what Noel does, like all of his moves that are not packet
hmm,
cuts, like to even get into those grips in the first place is already such an intentional decision. Whereas a
hmm.
packet cut, just by design, it's so easy to
Oh yeah.
break into something and just kind of blow through it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's interesting.
Um, I was thinking about, because Jack, you play also music, right?
Yeah, correct.
What do you play? Like piano, right?
Yeah, I play some piano. Play some piano.
And then and then what else?
We'll,
What do
we'll
you do?
talk about that after. That's Jack. We
Okay.
talk J Trader.
No, because I think it like I think it I wanted what I wanted to talk about is that and what I wanted to know about is if your approach to music is the same as Cardistry, or the way you fell in love with the music was the same, because I'm thinking about like right now I'm playing a little bit of guitar for the past years, and I realized that my like the way I fell in love or I got obsessed with it, it's kind of like this has kind of the same pattern of like, which I think is like the opposite of yours. Like I just um I don't know if it's the opposite, but I just like pick one or maybe two people and just, I don't know, just practice what they do, like learn everything about just a little section, and then from there just try to do my own thing. And the same for the guitar. Just like um, learn songs from like just two or three people, and then the rest is like I don't know why I'm talking about this, but it reminded me of that. Um, Maybe because you were talking about what was it? Was it like being open-minded to
Yeah.
other stuff? I feel like I don't really have that. Like I think it's not like it's something I would like to change. But that's why I was asking. I was curious about your like your process, the process uh, in how you like stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and before I even say that, like your approach is very valid. Like, only studying and like consuming one or two people is actually really good. Not only in just music, but cards and anything art. Like just like having your heroes and like really studying them is actually very good, in my opinion. But yeah, it is actually a very interesting thing. I think a lot of people who do multiple art forms can probably attest to this, but like the process is so similar, I feel like, between this and like music, for example. Um,
Mm.
the biggest similarities I've seen personally is like in like composing music and like making a cut is like so similar for me. Like it's like almost terrible. Like I hate like how much I'm like, bro, can I escape this for like 1 second? Like, but it's like the same like process and
Mm.
like the same feelings, which like kind of sucks, but
Oh, it
it's like great.
sucks.
Well, it doesn't suck. It's just like, dang, like I couldn't have something different. Like, dang. But yeah, it's like the same.
No, it's
Like
cool.
when something doesn't go my way, I'm like frustrated, like, man, this sucks. Like, I can't do anything. But then when you get it, you're like, I'm the best to ever do it. This is great. I'm never stopping.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
like the
exactly.
same stuff. It's so interesting.
That's cool.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm very like all over the place in terms of like inspirations, stuff like that.
So yeah.
Um, which is like once again, I would actually rather only have like one or two like and like really intensely, but I just can't do it. This is not me.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, because I think like for me, like I when I just started like getting to know cardistry, I remember that I watched Cardistry High, and Noah and Zach they were doing like isolation, all that weird. Like for me, it's the like most mm, cardistry thing that could be. And at the time, I thought that there were like a couple of pocket cuts here and there in the video, and I thought that the main thing was the isolation, all this stuff, and that the packet cuts were like kind of like the side thing of cardistry. And
Mm.
then the more I got into the community, the more I understood that it was the exact opposite. But I don't know. For me, it was um, like now after years and years of watching packet cuts online, for me it's like I kind of standardized to that. But I like to think about cardistry as something more. Um, I don't know. Just it doesn't really have um, how you say like categorize into something. I think also lately I've been thinking that packet cuts, like this specific culture of packet cuts, really helped the community grow in terms of like I don't know, like in general, like people connecting with other people. Because I feel like packet cuts are easier to do with other people, and I don't know. There's something about it that makes it more um, social, or maybe it's just because it got um, advertised very, very well by the Danes. And
Mm. I think it's easier to jam on packet cuts and like
yeah,
create them together because
Yes.
we
yeah,
all
yeah. That's what
have points
I'm
of
saying.
reference there.
So in that way, packet cuts are very important, I think. I don't, I
Yeah.
don't, I don't hate packet cutters.
We're gonna
It's
title
fun.
this interview "Davide hates packet cuts."
Yeah, so a lot of packet cutters are gonna click.
They're coming for you. Yeah.
Please do it.
No, it's actually so funny when you try to jam like a spread move with somebody, like especially online. You're like, yeah, I was thinking like you do this, and then the person will just be yeah, like, yeah, you should just kind of like, you should try just going
Yeah,
like they can't
exactly.
actually give you like advice like without like doing it themselves. Like it's very
Yeah.
funny.
It's hard to keep it, but I feel like those are always really fun moves to jam on and also create independently. Like when you're
Yeah,
just in like totally uncharted territory and
yeah,
there's way less points of reference on
yeah,
grips and mechanics and whatever. I think that's like really, really
yeah. It's very
cool.
funny. It's like I'm just entering that world like for the first time, so like it's a very funny side to cardistry I never got to experience.
Mm,
Mm.
yeah. And you can still, I think, get there with packet cuts, but it's harder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
for
I
sure.
think even if you're making packet cuts, that's still kind of where you want to be. You still or not. That's where I want to be. If you're making any kind of move, it's like you want to. I like to be. I like to. I think it's worth exploring what's not been explored yet. That's kind of
Yes,
yeah.
Yeah.
agreed.
Was there a difference between creating the moves for ballet versus the triumph?
The moves
Because those
from
videos are kind of
ballet.
different.
Yeah. I think it was just half of them were created in the same period while I was making the Triumph moves,
Mm,
and then another half, mm, like since when I started collaborating with anyone until made that video. But I think what ties together those moves is still the fact that they're not thought. I would not say they're not well designed, but I would say they're not well designed for um, well, my vision of cardistry nowadays, which is like um, not video oriented.
mm,
Um, because at that time was like, of course, I was taking a lot of inspiration from Noel's solo videos, and I really like the fact that how concise you can be with them. And also, if you remember, like before, like at that time, if do you remember if you put like what's the word? What's the word for something that is not like you put 10 new moves and then a little flicker, like a
filler move.
filler moves,
Yeah.
then it means like that you're not so good because you need like a filler to feel something that you're
Mm,
not able to feel with your own ideas. So it was like that um that obsessed, I think, of trying to make the hardest moves possible. Not necessarily the hardest, but for me, in order for the moves to look great to me, they had to be hard. I don't know why. It's just like that's how it is. And yeah, just half of them were. I remember like the final display. It's horrible. I really dislike it. But like like um, and it's a packet cut, so
Yeah,
you
yeah. Makes
so
sense. Makes
you
sense why
you
I don't
can
like
see
it.
why. And but I remember that move. The way I made that move is just I looked through my camera roll and there was a picture of me doing that display, and and then I tried to come up with a way to get to that display, and then you can see it's not natural the way I get there, I think.
Hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, I wouldn't say my process is pretty like different from other people, like in terms of creating moves. Um, yeah.
But were you trying to emulate Noel and Aviv when you were making those
Mm,
things?
of course, no, of course, no. Yeah. I don't know what exactly of no I was trying to emulate, but definitely I was having some models to pursue while I was making the
Yeah,
moves. No.
yeah. So
what was like the feelings that you felt like when you first met Noel?
I was shitting myself. Um, no, actually, it felt no, actually, it felt more normal than it actually. I thought I would have like freaked out, like not being able to control my emotions, but like great. I was like, um, I don't know. It felt like very natural. Maybe it makes sense. Like even with Tobias and Nick, it was of course a little weird because we never met, but I feel was mm, I don't know what to say, but I don't know, natural, um, like vibing.
That's so sick. And you also met Aviv, right, in Copenhagen?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. That must have been cool since you started with XCM and
yes,
and
yeah,
I think both Noel and Aviv were there, right?
yes,
Yeah. Was
yeah.
that
It
like
was so cool.
surreal?
The coolest thing was seeing them interact, and
Mm,
and yeah, that's so cool.
but
And
also, you filmed them.
I filmed just the Noel's parts.
No, okay.
Like, yeah, I filmed Noel's and Brandon filmed Aviv
Well,
and some others. Like, you know, there's some parts where they are together, and Brandon filmed that as well. And yeah, also filming Noel was, uh, yeah, I would say I don't have any any more uh, like I think I experienced all that I wanted to experience. Like all my wishes come true in that sense. Yeah, and yeah, what can I say about them? Um,
but
I
why
don't know.
was
Mm,
no,
yeah,
after you?
no, yeah, was just saying that the like Haviv is also very um, I don't know, just chill. Like they're all very chill. I don't know how to like how to describe to not make it sound corny, but that's the word that comes to my mind. What were you saying?
I was just gonna say why the choice to have you film Noel and Brendan film Aviv? Like where did that come from?
Ah, because uh, there was fuck, the car club event, and so we needed some like videos to be screened, and Noel wanted to screen his new stuff, but didn't want to like release. like he wanted to make the video with Aviv. So I met with Noel before. He filmed me. He filmed ballet,
Right.
and I filmed him, and then screened the videos, and then he never posted that video, and then used the clips. Then I went back to my home, like in Italy, and Brandon helped for the rest. Yeah, there's no specific like it's just logistics,
Gotcha. Gotcha.
um, motivations. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Super cool.
So you gotta film and like kind of like work on videos with anyone kind of like that was like 2022-ish. Like you did a couple, I think. Um what did you kind of learn about the video making process like from working with people like Tobias and Nikolai?
I've learned that cardistry, like if you want to make like a brand or like to make videos, like if you want, because there's cardistry as a hobby, like if you make cardistry, like if your idea of cardistry as a hobby is just doing the moves, it's okay. But I think there's another hobby which is cardistry with the video aspects, the card making aspects is I think it's part of cardistry. Like I think people that do not do cardistry but like take photos of it or videos, I think you can categorize these people as cardists because they have the eye and try to yeah that. And what I learned is that I should make my moves easier because it's like at least when you're filming videos like in anyone's style while you're traveling, you have to like it's a necessity to have moves you can do on the spot, like while you're walking or you're in a bar, and you can't allow to have such hard moves to. Thank God we had like Airbnbs where we could lock in and film some moves, like hard moves. But um, I think your style of cardistry directly affects the style of your videos. Like it affects, like your style affects the environment. It will affect either you will like if you think about it, Tobias like Mixolate is outside. Um, well, Noel's videos are all I think all of them are inside of a house. I think it's not coincidence. I think so. Being conscious of that, like that your cardistry style affects the video production is definitely what yeah one of the lessons I learned. I think um, yeah.
Yeah.
That's so real. What do you think about like within a video? What do you think is the best way to like sequence the moves of a video? Do you have thoughts about that?
Like whether I should put like um, a move first, like as
Yeah.
I think it depends. I don't know. It depends on how you want the video to feel like. I don't know. For me, it felt pretty natural with the Triumph. Like we decided together with the Nick and Tobias to like where the moves should be put, and usually music, like the background music, helps a lot to direct where the moves should go. And what I think is very cool is that most of the time when I think about a track, and then I think, yeah, that's the right track. It really is the right track for my moves, at least, because um, I don't know, I can really picture in my mind the timeline with the moves. Of course, when you get to edit them, it's harder. That's also what I learned, that you have to uh, like most of your ideas then are not like in real life. They're gonna end up different. Like, so the final edit won't be the same as what you were thinking. But no, I don't. I think music helps a lot to direction the moves in the timeline.
Yeah. What was the well, we can talk about this, but what was the process of making a Cardistry video like for you, Davide? The San Diego one.
It's very painful, um, actually. No, I mean, it's so. I mean, it was like the Cardistry like San Diego one was very cool to make, just because I never made one of those. Like, it was cool to like create my own. And but like, for example, like I still have a video in the vault, like the London one, um, which I never like finished, because it, I don't know, it's I don't know why. It's just maybe because I think it's because I don't like, the experience was so good that if the video does not what do I say, does not what's the word, like
Live up to it.
like, does if it does not show up that it was such a good experience, then um I find it struggling, like I struggle with it, because I feel like it can be much better, or at least I try to align it to the experience I had. And when I see the video is not as good as the expectations I had, so it's still not out.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, I think it's also a little stressful thing, like filming. Um, like, you have to invite Kyle for that, I think. Um, like, he can tell you much more. Like, but it's very stressful to film a lot of people. And in fact, I think I like more like a couple of people, couple of friends traveling. Kind of like the anyone format is good, I think, because then you're able to control what is going on. And also, I find it very confusing to put so many styles of cardistry all at once. Probably that's because I like, that's how my mind works. Like, I can like process less informations, like cardistry informations at the time. And like, I invite everyone to make their own, because it's so fun. And yeah, have you ever made one?
Never did. I've
No.
never really, I've never been much of a filmer in Cardistry, to be honest. Like I enjoy filming. I enjoy filming moves, but when it comes to even outside of Cardistry too, like when it comes to if I'm at an event like Cardistry Con with a lot of people, a lot of friends, I just don't feel like having a camera out. Like I just don't like. I don't like the idea of like uh, if there's an exciting moment happening, having to get it on film. For me,
Mm,
I just I would rather leave it to someone else to capture the memories
yeah,
because it
it's cool
adds
because
stressful.
I think, yeah, that, yeah, exactly. That's like, I think in the next events I'm gonna attend, I'm not gonna film anything, just because it cuts you off from the experience. That's true. So but um, like if you're able to do it, then you can really like. I feel like you can affect so much the perception of basically everything, like the community, like the way people perceive the community relies a lot on how good you are at capturing moments and cutting them. Like that's what motivated very like those very good videos motivated me to join the community.
Yeah. So what are your favorite con videos?
My favorite con video might has to be hmm, probably the Hong Kong one by Kyle, of course.
Mm.
Or yeah, because I just remember, yeah, I remember it was the one that made me like really say, "Fuck, I have to be there." Like, 100%. Uh, that and probably Cardistry Con 2015 one.
The bias
Mm,
one?
mm, I'm not sure. What's the one? I think Ellen Hagen
Yeah,
video.
yeah.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
I watched that one
What's
recently, actually. It made me so nostalgic seeing everyone so young.
Dude,
yeah? It
10
makes me
years
feel
ago.
that video. That video makes me feel, even though I was not even doing cardistry at the time, makes me feel like I was there, and now I'm nostalgic about the old days, but I never experienced that. So it's
Yeah.
such a great video,
Yeah, that
and
one
also it's so
was so
cool.
crazy.
I think a lot of 2015 ones are so cool just because then is like basically the echo chamber of like what happened next. Like that moment
Yeah.
influenced a lot what happened next. So
Yes.
Yeah,
so
like a
cool.
time capsule.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, those Alan Hagen ones are so good.
yeah. Is he back like to making videos? Do you know?
He's made a couple.
He makes something every
Yeah.
now and then.
Okay.
Um, I
Would
think
be
the
very nice
last,
if he makes like one for this year's con. Like
Yeah,
that
wait,
would
because
be
he's in New York,
sick.
right?
yeah,
He's in
I
Jersey,
think so. Oh,
Okay.
New Jersey, yeah.
Dude, he needs to be there.
I'm sure he'll come. Dude, that would be sick.
That'd
That
be
would be sick.
so crazy.
Because then you could actually experience the nostalgia for somewhere you actually were. It would
Yeah.
hit. It would hit hard.
yeah.
What are your favorite con videos, Jack?
Yeah, that's a great question. Those are con videos are so weird because I've never been to one. So
Mm.
it's like I was talking to someone about this about how there's like so much like FOMO, like fear of missing out, where you're like, dang, like all these people who I kind of know online are having so much fun. Like it's weird experiencing that like from the outside. I've gotten so much better at it like throughout the years where I'm like it doesn't really matter to me anymore. But like I remember specifically the Portland one, like the Kyle Tran one. I was like, bro, like man, all these fools, man, like gallivanting around. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, that one I was like, damn. But yeah, I think the Kyle ones are so good.
yeah, they are.
And then anything from like 2015, I was like had on repeat pretty much.
Yeah, agreed. I also love I loved all the San Diego ones too. I feel like they had a
Mm.
special vibe. I don't know because like I think it was the first one since COVID, so they kind
Right.
of have
Oh.
like this. They have like a lot of energy in them. I think just super nice.
Mm. Also
Yeah,
the first running
Oh yeah,
yes,
the
the
anyone
runs.
running
5K that
thing.
was so sick. I love that tradition. We were actually
Yeah.
when Kyle was here, we were actually talking about how like it's really important for Cardistry Con to have an
A running
event.
competition.
Yes.
No,
That's where, yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, no, but it's really important for Cardistry Con to have like a an event that it throws that's not cardistry related. Like I think it's like, I love that they do the run. And we were just thinking like of other fun things that they could do because I think it's just fun to just get cardists together and then they do cardistry at Cardistry Con, but then there's like other things that they do that are non-cards that just kind of are weird, like laser tag or like I don't know, like bowling or
It,
whatever.
it,
I don't know. It's like fun stuff.
it, it feels like this kind of stuff, like what we're talking about, it kind of feels like cardists are so obsessed with cards that they don't know like anything else in life, that they have to be educated at the con. Like guys, you can also do sports and get fit, or like there's other stuff too in life. So,
No, literally.
uh, but I think that reflects how how closed still this hobby is. I think there was a
How what?
moment where how I still think this hobby is like pretty looks in the inward. I like, and I do that too. Probably it's like I'm not judging. It's just like this showcase, like how much outward we can go. Um, yeah,
Yeah. No, honest. I mean, it's funny, but it's also kind of true. Like we need to be reminded that there are things
just
outside of
other
cards.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. So we're never gonna get the London video.
I don't know. It's I kind of like gave up on that, but mm, maybe because does it make sense if I post it now?
Who
I'd
cares?
watch it.
Like, who cares, man? Who cares?
Maybe I'll post it. I don't know. It's just also it's like that. Mm, I don't know. I feel maybe I'm too involved emotionally to the video that I can't like say, okay, that's it. Just just post it and get over it. It's just like I'm care about it so much that like I don't want it to be done. I have no idea. I haven't been touching that video for 1 year now. Like
Yeah.
maybe one day it'll be out. Uh, I'm planning to. No, I'm not saying it. No, no, no. It's
Okay.
nothing serious, but uh, nothing serious. No, actually, okay. Yeah, I'll say it. I I was planning to make the video only King Cruel tracks just because it's in London. And I think, yeah, right now the timeline is just King Cruel tracks, and I don't know, I really like it, but I feel like there could be some because then I think does it make sense to like it's just my because maybe I also feel the responsibility to like push forward the community forward with that video because mm, yeah, maybe it's also that what makes me like not posting it is because I think that it's so like cardistry con videos are very important because it is like a showcase of like how's the community doing like year after year.
Mm,
So I kind of like don't want it to mess it up. Actually, it's kind of a like a huge responsibility. I think. Like think about like Hong Kong, Portland cons without Kyle's videos. That would be much different, I think.
But do you feel like the London video that you have right now shows the community in a bad way, or like is not
No, I
it
just
doesn't represent the community the way you want it to be represented?
no, I think it represents what I like of the community, and I kind of like I don't know if it feels if it's ethical that I I show because that's what happens when you make Cardistry con videos that you start thinking, okay, I'm not doing it just for me. I'm doing it even for the community. So there's a part of me that does not want to put some clips just because I have to or I have to make other people happy. Like I don't really like that, but at the same time, I don't know if I'm explaining myself clearly,
No, I
but
think
it's just like I don't know if I should fulfill myself for other people, but maybe I don't even know how to fulfill other people, so it does make sense. So it might as well just
I'm willing to bet
do whatever.
that I'm willing to bet that if like Kyle was in this call or Alan Hagen or anyone who's ever made a cardistry video was here, they would almost definitely say that they were not considering the community at all. Like Zach for the
Mm,
2015 video that Zach made, it's all Action Bronson songs because Action Bronson's from New York. Like I think
mm.
they're like I think those people have never cared, and I think you don't need to care about that because
That's true.
people are gonna vibe with it if you vibe with it. I think
Yeah,
like
like I'm just overthinking it.
yeah
Yeah,
yeah I
maybe
feel you
one day, just post it.
yeah I love that.
So, Jack, you're going to New York this year?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Where are you from? Like, which
I'm
state?
in North Carolina right now. So I'm
Okay.
not too far away, but it's not close enough to drive or take a train. Like I would have to fly, but it's gonna
I
be
see.
fun. Can't wait.
Yeah,
Can't
it's gonna
wait.
be
I
sick.
see.
All right. Okay. So we've talked about Davide up until up until now, but right now, what's going on with you? You recently archived like all your posts. What's going on?
Uh,
Talk to us, man.
no, it's just like I don't want to create a hype. It's just I thought how like actually archived all those posts after I watched the Laura Moore episode with Aviv and No, and I just I don't know got reminded how um honestly it's just like I think after ballet I've just like maybe got so burnt out that I don't know my moves. Sometimes I would post moves that uh, like I was more relaxed in posting stuff, and I would like to be like that, but I don't know. At that time, I just saw Aviv. I don't know what he was talking about, but I don't know. It kind of reminded me the way like my old approach to cards, and I was like, damn, I really respect this way of thinking. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna archive all my posts because I can do better than that. Um, so it was just me saying to myself, you can do better, and you can graduate to the School of Cardistry one day. Do you feel like it's a serious question? Do you feel like you graduated from the School of Cardistry, like the University of Cardistry? Like,
I'm
how's it feeling?
enrolled. I'm
You're
still
enrolled.
attending.
Okay.
Mm. Mm. I don't think I don't think I've graduated from the School of Cardistry, but I think I've studied what I want to have studied. I think like, and by that
Nice.
I basically just mean I've studied the Danish cuts, which is really what I
Mm.
care about. Like I recently have had like a phase of trying to go back and learn like Mockingbird and
Mm.
Pandora and Buck stuff and those kinds of like other classics. But to be honest, like those don't really hit me as hard as the Danish stuff. And I think I'm pretty knowledgeable on the Danish cardistry for the most part, which is really what I care about. So yeah,
Mm.
but I'm also like you. I never really like when I started, I never cared about learning. I just went straight to creating. Like I only started learning moves in the past few years, and I feel like I know what I want to know, and I'm learning what I want to learn. Like I don't care about stuff I don't care about.
It's a great,
Yeah,
great answer.
yeah,
That's fair. I've been grinding Pandora like all year. So
yeah. Same.
once I pass my Pandora class, then we can talk. Well, then I gotta actually learn like all the fans and stuff.
Um,
I do want to like improve like across the board because I just feel so like I'm just not as good as a lot of people
mm,
in those areas. So I do want to graduate one day. We'll see.
mm. Yeah, I think like to me, I feel like I never even like attended. Like I just like
You skipped class. You dropped out.
no, just like maybe see some classes, but not even being enrolled in them. Just I don't know, just seeing the classes and then not taking the exams. Maybe just a couple.
But did you actually want to take classes, or do you want
take
to actually
take
take classes?
classes.
Yeah, like, do you want to learn?
No,
Yeah,
I don't know. Like right now, I feel like I'm in a dead point. Is it called moo point? Is it the same thing?
no, it would be like a dead end.
No, dead end. Yeah, like I don't know what's next. So I feel like maybe if I graduate from the School of Cardistry, but maybe it's not. Uh, yeah, I don't know. It's just and like my goal is to make easy moves, and I'm not succeeding right now. Like even the last moves I posted, like this, it's called Oriental Pearl, the one
Yeah,
posted on the core account. This one, which I can't do right now. Where you blow in it, and then you
so
do
nice.
this. Yeah, but it's still, I thought it would have been easier if I practice it, but actually maybe yes. But the what fucks me up is that I had never created a move where you blow on it, and now I realize that this kind of moves are so like you can't really control them because there's the wind. Also, yeah, this move is like you have mm, to blow the right amount of
Yeah,
air,
of
so
course.
it spins exactly the number of spins you wanted to spin, and so I thought it was easy, and then like it would get easier through time, but mm, I think it's still like what I mean by easy is that you can control it while you perform. Like you can deal with it. While for most of my stuff, it's like mm, you need a little bit of luck or a little bit of stable environment to do them. Yeah,
But have you created an easy move before, or a move that feels easy before?
yeah. I think 1 out of 52 is pretty doable, but still is like if I'm doing the move and then I don't know, there's the wind, then the card gets fucked. So right now I think I'm overthinking a lot this kind of stuff. where like I want to be able to do the move everywhere in the world. Like,
Right. No matter what conditions.
yeah.
And you don't have any moves like that right now.
Do I?
Like,
I
do you ever like just like do your original cuts when you're fiddling with cards?
mm, I don't know. Actually, maybe not as much. Yeah, that's a good question. Like, I would like to make moves that I actually do while I don't think about cards so much. Is like, yeah, that's true. Because when I do my move, it's always like I have to actively think. Okay, let's practice a little bit of my moves.
Right.
And so yeah, I don't know if I have moves that. Yeah, I've been like lately. I do cards only when I walk on the street. I've been doing that for like a couple years now. I haven't been doing cards actively. Like, okay, let's sit and practice and stuff like this for a couple years. And I think it's a good way to come up with stuff that then you can do like without thinking about it. Like if you create a move, if you're able to create a move while walking, then it's very likely that that move is going to be possible.
Mm.
Like in a lot of circumstances. But to that point, like up until now, I haven't, haven't came up with anything at least that interesting. I think.
But that's interesting though that like to think about the condition, like obviously physically, your physical condition when you're walking is there's wind, you're moving, there's, other people around and stuff, and there's weather. But like even your mental condition when you're creating, like if you're walking and you're listening to music and you're paying attention on where you're going and you are trying to create there, you might create easy stuff that you can do without thinking. Whereas if you sit on your bed for 3 hours focusing on creating, maybe it's like you're only going to create hard moves that way. Maybe
Yeah, you're
it's
gonna create
interesting.
moves that are comfortable to do like while you're in the bed. Oh, also
Right.
like you remember I remember like Michalko posted some like years years ago like some freestyle videos. I think that like in that sense might be a good way to come up with moves of that kind. Like you just see what happens by freestyling. So then you can see what's interesting and then maybe incorporate some stuff to make it like refine it, but then not add so much, not make it not overthinking. Yeah, because when you're walking, you're not able to overthink it too much. Like you
Mm.
have to be careful to not bump on other people or like stuff like this. Not
Right.
like not get invested by cars.
Right.
Like people like if someone like takes this idea like of practicing cardistry on the street, like please like watch out for cars and don't get hurt.
Please be careful, guys.
I'm not responsible for anything.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. When I made my first easy move, which was this one,
Oh
I
yeah,
created that
it's
one.
nice.
My condition was different because I created that one on the subway, which I'd never done before.
Wow.
And that was how I was able to, because originally I had like a fourth packet and it was going to be like a whole thing of, like I had created uh, the main action. And I was like, okay, well, there's also going to be this packet down here that I need to figure out what to do with. And it was going to be like a whole thing. And I was like going to go home and practice it. I was on the way home to create it. But then on the train, I was like, it can just be, it can just be the three packets.
Yeah,
So it
yeah.
was, it was an example of a condition affecting
That I think that's
creation.
my favorite move from you. It's
Thanks, man.
so great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
easy
far.
cardistry is cool.
What?
Easy cardistry is cool.
It is.
Yeah.
Three Packet
It is.
Thursday, man. That's a Three Packet Thursday legend right there.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you, like, is it still on? Like,
No.
no.
It was way too much. So we're on break.
Okay.
Next year maybe we'll be back. Stay tuned. We need you, Davide, on Three
Yeah.
Packet Thursday though.
I don't have any 3 packet cuts.
Well, get
I'm
making it,
Yes,
buddy.
you do.
Start
With
now.
this one.
I'm gonna start practicing for next year. Okay. Right.
It'd be sick.
Oh man, that's so
Cool.
funny. Saving up moves for a year just for Three Packet Thursday.
Just for like the 15th slide. You saved for an entire year.
So worth it. So worth it.
Yeah, of course.
People will watch all of them, to be fair.
Yeah, they will.
People
No, they will.
do
They will.
go all the way through.
It would be so cool if people all the people that participate into that like get officially invited for next year's post, so they can think about it now
Oh
and
yeah,
make it
that'd be
like
fun.
that. Maybe it takes out the fun of doing it like without, you know, like every week you do a new one. Like it's another thing maybe. I don't
That could be fun. There's gonna
You
be
could
like 100
also
people, but
know.
you could also maybe do it like in person too, like at the con or something. It could be like the Thursday before the Cardistry Con. We're gonna do it in
Oh,
person 3 packet Thursday, and like maybe
live
make a video,
screening.
like yeah, or like maybe like make a video out of it or something. Like
I
cool.
think it's a very good idea
That would be
actually,
fire.
and
The
very
Thursday
fun.
before the con. That's hilarious. I love
That'd be
that.
tough.
I love that. Yeah,
Cardistry
maybe
Con
we can think
edition.
about that.
Yeah,
Cardistry Con edition. Everybody at
good.
home start cooking up now.
Yeah.
If you're going to the con, go ahead and okay, you can't enter the con if you don't have a 3 packet ready for me. Like I'm gonna
Yeah.
be at the door and I'm gonna be like, no, you can't come in. Like, sorry. That's good. Well,
Awesome.
shoot, I'm gonna need to make one too. In that
Yeah.
case, that'll be fun. Well, is there anything else we should
David, is
bring
there
up
anything?
before
I
we
mean, obviously, I'm sure you want to plug the London video coming soon.
Of course, of course, of
coming
course.
soon?
Um,
Do you have anything else you
I don't
want
know.
to say to the people?
Um, okay. I haven't prepared anything. Just I don't know. Keep shuffling.
Keep
No,
shuffling.
it's
Love
it's
that.
Good advice.
what?
Good advice.
Oh yeah. No,
Never
maybe
stop.
no, actually just do like not don't think so much about what you're doing. Just do it. And then to quote Wang Fats, try to give up.
Sick.
Well,
No, that I'm just talking nonsense.
No, that's perfect. That's
that's
perfect.
wild.